How's it going, everybody? My name is JustJarrod. Welcome back to another Dreams video, and in this one I'm going to be giving you guys some insight on what I want to do in Dreams. So as it is right now, I've kind of thought about certain things I want to create in Dreams, certain things I want to maybe get with a group and create in Dreams. A lot of it is pretty vague because I don't want to give away a lot of information regarding like a game. There is a certain game idea that I have that I've been thinking about, that I've been jotting down notes about. Every day when I'm at work, I'm kind of thinking about that same idea. And I don't want to give a lot of it away because I want it to be a surprise if I actually do get together with some people and create it, because I don't think I would be able to do it 100% myself. It's not like a huge idea. It's more of a game to kind of get me started into creating games and Dreams, if it makes sense. Kind of like a beginner game, but it'll be pretty, maybe not heavily gameplay oriented, but definitely it'll have some feeling and emotion in it, and that's kind of what I want. If I were to make games, that's what I kind of would want to transpire over through whatever I create. But as far as things that I enjoy now and things that I like style-wise that I would like to make, I want to make tons of like abstract things. So like a lot, I think I mentioned this in a previous video sometime, a lot of what I like art style-wise is abstract. So anything that's like has really sharp edges, that has like blocks, anything that doesn't look real, right? So like really sharp buildings and things like that, just very abstract, and things that jet out, very like colors that are super bright or super different. So like the game that I have in mind won't have any color necessarily. It'll be a lot of white and black, but the objects in the world will stand out because it'll be abstract in that sense, where the colors are going to be very white and black, and then the objects are going to basically make the game as far as stand out. So it's going to be really cool, and that's kind of what I have an idea for that, but it won't be heavily based on gameplay as far as the game I want to make. It'll just be more story oriented in a way, but it'll be more emotionally oriented, if that makes any sense. I don't want to give too much away when it comes to my game that I want to make. With some other people, I have to get together with some other people and see about that. But as far as what I'm excited to attempt to create in Dreams, I want to try to dabble in everything. I know that's going to be almost impossible because, I mean, there's just so much. But I do want to just try to create music. The music, I like all kinds of music, ambient music. I love, just anything really. In-game music and in-game audio is like a huge thing for me when playing games right now. So it'd be really cool to try to jump in and make my own versions of, audio for games and things like that. So I'm very into trying to get that started once Dreams releases. So yeah, I'll attempt some music creation and see how in depth the tools are for that. I don't know how deep I'll go as far as music creation. I do have a few friends that really want to go like very far into music creation and music production on Dreams, which is cool. So maybe I'll team up with them when it comes to making games. Also, I want to just kind of mess around with sculpting and using the sculpt tool and just creating objects, because how Dreams works basically is, let's say I create a bookshelf, just randomly, and then somebody needs a bookshelf for their game or their creation. They could then just share or take it. I could share it, they could use it, and then my name travels alongside that bookshelf. I kind of want to do a thing where I just create a bunch of random items. If I feel like creating a Corvette one day, I'll try and do that. If I feel like creating, I don't know, a lamp, I'll just do that and, make it as detailed as I want, or as, not as detailed as I want. Whatever it may be, just to kind of get a library of things that I have created. And then that kind of increases the chance of people finding what I make and increases the chance of people using what I make. So back to the music aspect of what I was talking about, I think it'd be really cool to kind of record your own sounds and then put them in, you know, whether or not it's music or just like audio in-game sound effects. I think that'd be really sweet, so I think I might try to do that because you can record anything you want and import it, you know, generally into Dreams. So I think I might try to do that because that sounds really cool to kind of create a sound of your own and then, you know, import it into whatever you're creating. So I might do that. Also, if you want like a snippet of some music that I listen to heavily, I listen to a lot of like positive, happy kind of electronic music. I'll kind of play some of that at the end of this video in the outro. We'll do it in the outro. In the outro, there'll be that music playing. I like to use it for outros a lot of the times anyway, so it'll kind of be regular. But I might want to try to make some of that, some kind of like electro, like really positive music. I listen to a lot of like positive vibes music and things like that. So those would be cool to attempt to make. And then another thing would just be environments. So I've said before, I think I enjoy environments that have machinery in nature. So I like the juxtaposition of machinery in nature. That shows up a lot in Abzu. It shows up a lot in Hob, which is another indie title. It shows up a lot in, you know, a lot of artwork that people do. I really enjoy machinery mixed with nature, so I might try to make worlds just based off of that and see, you know, where it goes. And I do also enjoy very sci-fi-esque things. So anything sci-fi, interior, like interior of a spaceship would be cool to try to make. Maybe like a view from a spaceship looking out at a solar system would be cool to make. There's a lot of stuff that I'm really looking forward to attempting, and it's almost impossible to, you know, break all of that down in a video. I didn't write any notes for this video. I just kind of talking off the top of my head things I've been thinking about recently when it comes to creating in Dreams. I wanted to share some of the ideas I had. I've been kind of contemplating this video because I didn't really have, you know, 100% ideas. They're more just, well, that's what they are. They're just vague interpretations of what I expect I would want to make in Dreams when it releases, whenever it does. And then when the beta releases, however in-depth the beta is, I might try to, you know, put some of those ideas into fruition during the beta and see if we can actually get some things made there, because I really do want to attempt to do these things as soon as I can. And then if we jump on the side of the play aspect of Dreams, that is another thing I want to do. I think when I get Dreams, the first thing I'll probably do is play through the campaign, just because I want to know what the story is like in the campaign and all that, because Media Molecule talks about there being a really emotional storyline with Art, the main character. So I do want to play through that, but then and then I'll jump into create. But I also want to play what other people make, very, very much so, because that draws inspiration 100%. So if, you know, I jump into something that somebody else is making or somebody else has made already, that I could get any amount of inspiration from any of that and jump over to create and just, you know, make something based off of what I've seen or an emotion I feel or something like that. So that is definitely an important part of the game, so I do want to do that 100% as well. And then I think last but not least, I don't think I've said that yet, but I do want to try out character creation and just making characters, because I like how the sculpting tool with the mannequin looks as far as making your own characters and how easy it can be as far as changing characters and making things up. I think I would love to make like robots, would be really cool to try out. I'm big into like machinery, like I said, so like steampunked characters and things like that would be really sweet to actually try to make. But that's the thing. In Dreams, if you're just messing around with changing how a character looks, you're just going to get inspiration right off the bat, because how easy it is to just change and morph how the character actually looks. So I think that'll be really, really good as far as for a lot of people when it comes to character creation, because you don't have to have an idea already in your mind perfectly. All you have to do is just mess around with the shaping tools, and you're like, oh, that kind of looks like horns, let's change it into horns, and then you all of a sudden you have a Viking or something like that. So I think it'll be really good in retrospect as for other people when they're doing it, as well as me, because when I used to draw a lot, drawing a character was one of the hardest things, because I would have half an idea and I would just start and then it would just end up being crap. because I didn't have a full idea or something like that. But now, since it's so easy to just change everything, you know, with a click of a button or a rotate of the wrist, it's not going to be tough at all. And then that you just kind of gain inspiration from that. I watched a Media Molecule live stream where they were creating characters, and they didn't have any ideas. They just went in and started messing around, and then all of a sudden they had some wacky looking characters. But anyways, I think that's it as far as my ideas and my wishes for dreams, as far as what I want to do. And those are just the things I've thought about. I'm sure there's tons of other stuff I want to actually, you know, attempt and get into, see if we can do. Definitely teaming up with other people and collaborating and making things, especially games, would be awesome. So that is something I definitely am into. Just to find some fun people who, you know, want to relax, chill, have a good time making, you know, games or making mechanics, whatever it may be. Share some laughs and, you know, take the time to just sit down, relax, and make some stuff would be really cool. So I'll be looking out for people who are interested in doing that as well. But anyways, yeah, like I said, so that is it. Make sure to let me know down in the comments what you guys are excited to do, what you guys have in mind to do as far as game ideas or maybe music and things like that. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up for me, subscribe for more dreams, gameplay, news, and coverage. My name has been JustJarrod. Until next time, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace out.